down there. Hey, we should climb down and see where it leads. It looks really cool.
What?
Would it be unbelievable to see what's down there? See how they put on the show? There might be costumes and things.
That's crazy. We can't go down there. You're acting strange. Is something wrong, Dad?
No. I'm just excited for you is all.
When Cooper realizes that the concert he takes his daughter to is a trap to catch him, he'll go to any length to escape in the latest M. Night Shyamalan thriller, Trap. Brad,
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan is back.
I always look forward to his movies. They're not always successful.
I know.
Sometimes they stumble, but even in the stumbles, there is something there to value.
Yeah, there is. I always appreciate the swings that M. Night goes for. They don't always land for me, but I'm getting to a point, especially later in his career, the swings that he goes for in a lot of his movies. And I love the premise of this movie. The fact, and it's already put out there in the trailers that, you know, this man is taking his daughter to a concert. The concert is basically a trap to try to catch a serial killer, and it's revealed that he is the serial killer.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Would this movie have been better if you didn't know what the premise was going into it? Could they have marketed this movie without revealing the fact that he is the serial killer?
Maybe.
Because let's go back in time a little bit. Let's redo the opening of this film where you have this very loving father played by Josh Hartnett, and immediately the two of them, him and Riley, are so good together.
They are.
You love them,
You
right?
do.
They're adorable.
Yeah.
And he is trying so hard to be the cool dad. He's bringing her to the Taylor Swift equivalent here with Lady Raven.
Lady Raven,
played by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. Nepotism for the win. And he then learns, you know, he's looking around, he sees all these cops everywhere. He's like, oh, why? He goes to the guy selling the t-shirts, like, why are all these cops around here? He's like, the butcher's here, and they're going to capture him. And then he goes to the bathroom, and he has somebody he's monitoring. He's got a guy chained up in a basement somewhere, and you realize, oh, he's the butcher.
Yeah.
Like, if they had eked it out that way, I think it could have been so much more fun.
I like the idea of not revealing that if we didn't know that in the marketing, because of his relationship with his daughter Riley. When you see the beginning of this movie, he has a great, loving father-daughter relationship with his daughter, and I love seeing the interaction between the two of them throughout the concert. Even when we know that he is the butcher, every time we see the two of them together, like, you could just
it becomes so much more electric, so much more unnerving, so much more grotesque if we had eased into that reveal. As is, it's still a pretty fun movie.
It is.
It is also a ridiculous film. No human is acting like a human in this movie.
And that's the thing about M. Night Shyamalan and his scripts. I mean, he does this a lot in his movies where his dialogue never feels natural. You know,
he also tends to populate his films with people that feel like non-actors. You know, he puts some like really amazing performers up front, like Josh Hartnett, who's given a career best performance. And then, you know, like, other people feel like they're folks out of community theater or maybe even just off the street.
But there's something charming about that. Even the T-shirt guy.
That's who I'm talking about, Bryan.
There's something kind of charming about seeing that in the movie, and it's like I don't know. I don't hold that against him. It's like it's a great observation, because you're right.
I like it. I like it, and I think what you have to do when you watch some M. Night Shyamalan movies is you have to just accept that we're watching a movie. And I love movies, right? This is not a grounded act of thriller cinema. This is a Hitchcock. You know,
it is, and I like that. Like, I love these kind of pressure cooker type of movies where, you know, he's in this arena and he's trying to find ways to escape. You know, he basically has this double life that he's trying to keep secret from his family and his daughter in the moment. And you know that and I'm thinking in this moment, because of that loving relationship with Riley, when that's revealed, when she finds out who her father really is, like, I'm devastated for her, because
her life's changed. She went from having the best day of her life to the worst, and I feel for her. Like, that's the thing about this film is that it is extremely fun. It is in conversation with its audience. It is a movie that demands you speak back to it, that you shout back to it, like, "Oh no, you didn't! What are you doing, giving that guy a box cutter? He's the butcher." And my audience was extremely vocal throughout the whole thing. And then it just nosedives in the last third.
Yeah, and sometimes that could be, M. Night is kind of known for his twist at the end, and I'm not going to say this is necessarily a twist, but the movie does kind of take a turn in the third act.
It's an absurd film, and then it becomes Crazy Town.
Yeah, and for me, it does kind of fall apart.
I appreciate, again, the swing that he makes in the last third. And I think he could have pulled it off in a few ways that he just trips up on a little bit. And I really don't want to spoil that last third in this review, because I do feel like this is a film that people will discover on streaming.
Yes.
And I would not want to rob them of the last third of this movie.
No, you don't. You don't.
But Salika Shyamalan, Lady Raven, really good.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot. Even though not necessarily an actor.
No, but I where her character goes and how they incorporate her more, I thought it was very, really interesting.
Yeah, and how her relationship with her fandom escalates.
Yeah, what's your rating for this?
I had a great time with it. I'm going B+.
Yeah, I was kind of going back and forth because of kind of where it goes, but I think that that first half is really strong.
Worth the journey.
I'm going B+ as well. So,
if you liked what you just saw,
then check us out on YouTube at PGC TV Online, and we'll see you at the movies.